this is the Chelsea Football Fancast, and I'm Stamford Chidge. This is the lovely Sophie Rose, the beauty to my beast. I think is probably.
Don't be mean.
Well, I think it's probably true, Sophie.
You're lovely.
I know I'm lovely.
I'm not a fan of beards, but.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not shaving it off for you because all the other women in my life like my beard.
Love it.
So there we go. We have Dan Silver. So we have Dan Silver. We have Dan Levene. It's very confusing when you've got two Dans on the show, but one of them is Dan Silver, one of them is Dan Levene, and they're both very nice, and I'm glad they're here. I'm also kind of glad we're here for this part too, because it's time for the Fannies, which we all know and love. Now, this week is what we like to call Free Vote Week. In other words, I didn't have time or couldn't be asked to put them up on the website. So we're all going to have a chat about what I nominated, and then we will vote for it. And then if I do get time this week, I will put the nominations up on the website, and you can vote for them too. But more of that later. Right. First of all, man of the match. I've gone for Pt.4, Diego Costa, and Oscar. All right, Sophie. So out of those three, what do you reckon?
It's a hard one. I wouldn't go with Costa.
I wonder who she'll vote for.
No. I'm seriously considering this. OK, I was going to go with Czech, but the reason I'm going with Oscar, and may I just say this, I thought Czech had a great game. However, I think Oscar's assist and goal were two crucial points in the game where if he hadn't have done those, we wouldn't have won. So that's who I'm going with.
Wow, what a surprise.
Dan Silver is disagreeing with
I'm going for Czech because he made the crucial saves at 0-0 and we could have been 2-0 down, so I think it's got to be Czech for me because he had the biggest influence keeping us in the game.
What are you going for?
Check.
I'm going to wait and keep my powder dry. Dan, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go for Czech as well because I think without him, potentially it was half-time at Spurs.
I think your piece said as much, actually. One of the pieces that you wrote, but I think I read the post-match summary type one, and I'm sure it was you where I read that this could have been Spurs all over again.
No, that wasn't me. I shouldn't have said that. It would be more entertaining if I had said that.
Maybe, I don't know who it was. It wasn't. I mean, Marco writes a really good piece for the Marco Worrell writes a really good piece for ESPN after the game.
It was probably Marco.
But Marco's usually really positive, so that sounds a bit scaremongery negative for Marco. But anyway, whoever, I don't know. I think this is a cracking selection this week, I have to say, because each one has its own particular merits, doesn't it?
It was just a bit of a weird game, to be honest. I felt like there were, spark moments, and the rest was rubbish, to be honest. But I'm not saying it was, a poor performance. It's just...
Say what you mean, Soph. Don't hold back.
Either Czech or Oscar, I think, could be, because on one hand, one of them could let goals in, the other, we may not have scored anything.
Well, I think it's very... I totally agree with both the Dans here on the Czech issue that if, and as I said it in part two, I think, but, if Czech was the only one who played consistently well for the whole match, everybody else, certainly Oscar and Costa on this selection, played well for a half.
Okay, you're going to go on that then, yeah.
And Czech's... 2 or 3 saves in that first half, without doubt, kept us in the game, and I think you're right. I mean, Newcastle, I thought, actually played really, really well.
Yeah.
Cabella's a decent player, isn't he?
What's going on about this one? Who is he?
Well, quite. He's got the most stupid haircut I've ever seen on a football pitch, apart from... who was that Portuguese player who played for Liverpool?
I don't know Liverpool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Xavier...
Abel Xavier.
Abel Xavier.
Well, Griezmann's haircut's pretty appalling.
Unbelievable. He kind of had that bleached blonde haircut, and he bleached his beard to go with it.
No, I don't remember.
So imagine if I came in here next week with my hair red and my beard matching red as well.
Okay, that's a bit
weird.
Far, yeah.
Kalou Spider. Good shout, actually, Chaz. Good shout. Anyway.
Kalou Spider.
Yeah, Kalou Spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if Czech doesn't make those saves, we don't win the game. And it could have been, as you said, Spurs all over again. Costa battled away all match. Complete monster, immense. Battled through his own form in some respects. Scores a really good goal. Could have scored one of the goals of the season.
He's a tough one this week, isn't
he? He deserves it in many respects for that. Oscar, pretty poor in the first half, but he scores the first goal and he lays on a flick for the Costa goal. Very important contribution. And Sophie loves him. So there's a good reason to vote for him. So it's a toughie. I'm going to... Right, Sophie, I'm going to ask you first. Who are you going to vote for?
What final say?
Well, we're all going to vote too, but you can have the first vote.
I know, I'm just trying to think.
It's all about me.
Oh, God, I think I need help from the viewers.
You can't, not this week.
All right. Right. I will go with Czech.
Going to go with Czech. It's quite a sensible choice. You're going to go for Czech?
Czech.
Yeah, definitely Czech, because without Czech, Oscar, Costa might not be necessary.
Yeah, I'm changed my mind. I can't believe I've changed my mind.
Okay, well, I'm going to go for Czech too. So we are unanimous. So Czech first. I don't think we need to go into that. We'll just.
Were you swayed by the reasonable vote, the reasonable discussion?
No,
of the
I don't
panel?
think it was that. I think when you said a consistent, I mean, I was basing mine on specific moments in the game. But at the end of the day, it's more important to. I guess if nobody had scored, at least we wouldn't have lost. See what I mean? As well as if Czech was rubbish, we may well have lost the game. I don't know.
I see the logic in that.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
I do. Okay, right. Chant of the match. Chant. I say Chant. She says Chant.
Chant.
Look at that lovely photograph of.
That is a lovely flag.
Is that where you sit?
Where's that?
It's in the shed end.
Upper? Yeah, that is where I sit.
Yeah, there you go. Are you underneath that flag?
Nah, I'm gate 8.
They made a bit of a noise on Saturday.
Did they?
So I'm told, yeah.
We're quite loud, do you know what I mean?
Richard's shed campaign seems to be bearing fruit.
I sit next to Dan Banks. Hello, Dan, if you're watching. And
the legend that is Dan Banks. Get it right. The legend that is Dan Banks.
Well, he's only just booked my Paris trip, so his rep was on the way down.
Oh.
But he's regained his
I love Dan Banks.
reputation.
Dan Banks is just a legend.
I thought that, but just changing the subject back to what you're talking about, I think the shed was the noisiest part of the ground on Saturday.
Yeah, normally. We're really loud. Matthew on lower or shed, we're either end.
Richard's done Richard, who runs the campaign to sort the atmosphere out. I mean, he's done a great job there. And it's an awful, it's a really thankless task, or a poison chalice, depending on which metaphor you prefer. But, you just get loads of abuse and trolling from people, but nobody ever comes up with a better solution. And somebody just has to grasp the mantle, not the Darren mantle, obviously, although many would like to. But, take the bull by the horn, perhaps. Yeah. No, after that, no. Let's just talk about the chance.
Let's go for
Thank you.
Chant.
Well rescued, Dan. Yes, OK. Now, talking of the shed, there was a monster zigga-zagger.
There's always a zigga. He's always the same
But this
guy.
was really good. I really enjoyed this one.
Gate 7.
Was it?
Like, sort of not where I gate 8,
It's
gate
like
7.
Ramo Ross's, isn't it?
Well,
they used to be in the shed. They used to be in the shed end. There used to be this little 9-10-year-old who used to start off the zigga-zagger, which I thought was really funny because it became zigga-zagger, oi, 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 and it was just like wrong. Because there is a theory. You know that there's a theory that only people who have a direct connection to Mick Greenaway are allowed to start the zigga-zagger chant.
It's like Pearly Kings and Queens, isn't it? You have to
be related by blood.
Can you imagine if I started it?
I would love to.
Do you think people would listen if I started it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've heard women do it before. I mean, the lovely Kath.
If Oscar ever scores 5 goals in one match,
you're going to do a zigga-zagger?
I'll do a zigga-zagger at the end of the match, and then everyone can join in with me.
Okay, well, Kath.
I've definitely seen Kath do a zigga-zagger before.
CFC Kathy,
I've seldom... has she done it before?
I've seldom seen many men do a zigga-zagger. Is it any good?
Yeah. Is it?
Kath's voice is so loud she could clear a pub, mate. I tell you.
I've only seen her. I've never met her.
No, she's lovely, and as I said, she's been to more games than nearly anybody I know, but she really does do a cracking zigga-zagger. And she likes a Zambuca, so if you see her in the pub after a game, make sure you get her a Zambuca in. Anyway, zigga-zagger, the Diego chant. I mean, we sang it all through the match, but I loved the one where he, when he got subbed. I thought that was lovely. Everybody loves Diego.
Yeah.
I'm really worried about the IQ of the average Chelsea supporter these days, because we can only seem to manage songs where they've got one word. So my happy Kurt might not get off the ground. But I thought that was cracking. And I do like a bit of humour in my songs. And the Geordies, all 10 of them that made the trip down, they basically were giving poor old Loic Remy a bit of a grief, because, of course, he used to play for them a while back. And I think they were accusing him of being somewhat greedy. I think they were accusing him of just basically here to sit on the bench, weren't they, Dan?
They were.
So what did we say? Well, we can't say exactly what we said.
He left because you're
not very good.
Yes. Loic Remy, he left because you're poo. Yes, poo is the accepted substitute for the word that they really said.
Of course, you know what they sang back to that.
No, I didn't.
They sang Frank Lampard, he left because you're poo.
Ooh, naughty.
Quite amusing, because I think we're top of the league.
He definitely didn't.
What would have been really funny at that particular point?
And then we chucked back Alan Pardew, he left because you're poo.
Well, what would have been
more accurate?
What would have been really, I think, appropriate at that point would have been for the entire shed end to say, sit down, shut up. You're a big load of fans, but you're out of shape. For us, it's a full-time job.
Like it. Good reference there.
Thank you, Dan.
And then chuck him off the top of the car park.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Get Carter. Go Google it.
Carter.
Michael Caine, Get Carter.
Michael Caine, Get
Plays
Carter.
a flashy Cockney who goes up Geordie land all right, and it gets very violent.
But not
Oh,
One of the best
okay.
gangster films ever made. It's a British film.
Oh, it's a film. I thought you were saying
It's a film, love. It's a film.
Oh, God, a film.
Brilliant. I'll show you a picture
Gangster
of it later.
films scare me, though, I have to say.
No, you'll love this
This
one.
is a good film. It's like late 60s, early 70s.
British classic film.
All right, so those are our three choices. Sophie, spray that again. Sorry.
Thank you, Chidge. Can I just get a cleaner in?
I need new
Because,
teeth in this week or something. I don't know.
what are we saying? I think probably I'll go for the Loic Remy.
You like that?
Yeah, because I love him, and he clearly left because they were.
If you like a bit of banter with your chance, choose that one. We should sing a song about that.
I'll go for him. Yeah, I do love.
If you like a bit of aggro with your football, join our club. We used to have so much better songs in the old days, didn't we? I like that one. Today is the day that the one about Jeremy, the Sugar Puff Bear, whatever it was. Yeah.
Who's that?
It's brilliant. Today's the day that Jeremy became a skinhead or something like that. It's a classic old song. Anyway, you're going for Loic Remy. I've got to go on because I'm waffling as always. Dan?
Loic Remy.
Loic Remy.
I've got to go for Zigga Zagga.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm going to have to go for Loic. Otherwise, I can't be dealing with a tie tonight because there's four of us.
Also great, no Gerard songs.
No Gerard songs,
Yeah.
of course, we should have said so. All right, so Loic gets it, really, because I've cheated, but two to one really would have done it anyway. Right, Guinness...
Have we got a Gerrard songs amnesty now until we play Liverpool twice in a week?
There's a great theory, yes, quite, but there's a great theory which I like, which I've seen a lot of on Twitter, as no doubt of all of us, but at the moment the done thing is that if you hear anybody singing the Gerrard song, you immediately shout, Chelsea, 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 and it drowns it out. That's the hope. So if you're out there, if you go to the games and you hear somebody singing the Gerrard song, which we're bored stupid of, just start singing Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea.
Because are you that bored of it?
Yes. It's irrelevant.
It's only when you play Liverpool it's relevant.
It makes us look stupid.
Until Anfield a week tomorrow night.
And that's
then we give it to them.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant when we're playing against them.
When we're playing against them, it's perfectly acceptable, but not to sing it every flaming week.
Oh, I don't.
think you need to change one of the songs. You'll never see Gerard. We'll never see Gerard.
Yep. You'll never see Gerard.
No, we'll never see.
Can we do the Guinness moment? I'm running out of time.
Shut up.
Right, OK, there are three wonderful nominations this week. Again, there were quite a few, but I think Czech save against Cabela.
Yep.
Out of the many great saves he made, that one was the one that did it for me. Oscar's flick for Costa's goal was just superb. You must have been going mental when you saw that.
It was genius.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah. That would have been a Guinness moment.
It was.
for
When
you.
I seen it, I was like, Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any need to vote?
Well, yes, because there's
Go on,
another
then.
one.
By the way, other profits are available.
Yeah, exactly. Costa's run and shot, which Dan and I explained earlier on, but he basically, his turn and flick to beat the man originally was enough.
And then he beat four defenders.
Then he beat four defenders and
really, turned again.
He didn't hit it cleanly. If he'd have hit that, he kind of kicked it into the ground. If he'd have hit that cleanly, that would have been a goal.
I think the excellent defending there from Colaccini. He was completely mugged off in the first part of it.
Yeah,
and got back with that boot over.
But he wouldn't have. If Costa had hit the ball cleanly, it would have been too quick, and it would have been either higher or lower. Because he hit it into the ground, it kind of bounced up just at the right height for Colaccini, which is a
But Krul was well beaten.
Oh, yeah, he was all beaten, all ends up. So those are the three. Dan, I know what one you want.
Costa,
yeah, remind us anyway.
Yeah,
Dan?
Costa.
You're going to go for Costa too?
You crazy people. Who are you going for?
If I don't go for Costa, Ross will never speak to me ever again.
What are you talking about?
I really like Czech save, and I really like Oscar's flick.
Oscar's flick was genius.
You're going to vote for Oscar, aren't you?
Yeah, I am going to vote for Oscar.
Yeah? You sure about
There's
that?
nobody else I would ever vote for on this.
All right.
In this little competition we've got
I'm going to
on.
vote for Costa then, because then I can ensure that wins. Sorry, Sophie. It's tough.
I'm leaving.
OK, never mind. Anyway, that's the last we'll see of Sophie Rose. It's been a real pleasure presenting this show with her. We will be getting a far inferior substitute in for next week, which will probably be Jonathan Kidd. Anyway, celery moment. We've got... these are a bit esoteric because they're all mine, obviously, so excuse me for this. I have to give a nomination for Mourinho going absolutely mental on the touchline for the whole game. He was shouting. I love it. He's a psychiatrist's dream, Mourinho. He really is. A study of that man on the touchline for a whole of those 90 minutes would give you 25 books worth. Because it's like, he's fighting a battle with everybody and himself at the same time. He was shouting at everybody. He was shouting at the assistant referee, he was shouting at the players, the crowd.
He shouted something very rude in Portuguese about the assistant referee's mother.
Does it begin with a P?
Yeah.
It's all I bloody hell when I. Oh, it's all I.
We apologise. We apologise. We would like to break up this transmission to apologise for the foul language uttered by Sophie Rose.
I said bloody though. That's the bit
yes,
better.
It's the third
Say
time
it again.
tonight.
But no, I used to hear it a lot when I worked in Spain. So
did you?
Are Portuguese swear words on your list of banned words?
Potentially.
You know when Torres scored the winning goal in Barcelona?
I did. That bloke behind him.
A Spanish one jumped and said that word. Yeah.
As he was falling.
That got nominated, funnily enough, Sophie, just to show how brilliant you are, again. That was voted for as a celery moment after that game.
Great time.
We noticed that. Right, so anyway, Mourinho going mad on the touchline definitely has to have a nomination. The reception for Diego Costa when he got subbed off, I thought was superb, actually, on all sides, both him and the crowd. And finally, I need to give this a nomination, but I think that Jose Mourinho giving the press the silent treatment is hilarious. I think absolutely. If you're going to get collared for saying anything, and we're going to talk about this, I think, in the next part. But if you're going to do that and then get charged by the FA, then take the FA out of the equation by saying nothing, and then get the press to moan about the fact that because there is this kind of weird relationship, love-hate relationship, I think, that the press have with Mourinho. They sit there. They fawn on his every word because he gives them great copy. And then when he throws his toys out the pram, won't speak to them, says, well, he doesn't say anything of any consequence or substance. Anyway, I heard that absolutely complete odious Michael Calvin, the Millwall fan, yes, on the press programme on TalkSport last night. And he was saying that Mourinho says nothing of substance. He said he must say something useful because he clearly knows how to coach the players, but he says nothing of substance or content worth anything to us. Well, why'd you spend every week writing about him then?
Well, every other back page for the last couple of years has been nothing of substance in that case.
They're just... I hate their hypocrisy in a level that he would even frighten you, Dan. But anyway, I just think it's hilarious. He's just like, I ain't playing with you then.
Yeah.
My ball, I'll take it home. I love that attitude. So out of those three, we've got about a minute and a half, 2 minutes left. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for the silent treatment because I think whether or not he's saying something or saying nothing, he has the press going.
Yeah. You like that?
Every time they're so obsessed with him. Everyone is so obsessed with that manager more than any of the others. Brilliant.
You love that?
I love you, Jose.
I thought you might. I love that. Good. Dan? No, it'd be interesting to hear what you have to say.
I can't vote for that, can I?
Why not?
Jose, come back, please. We miss you.
Actually,
we miss you.
More to the point, what do you think about that? The fact that he's done a runner.
He can do that if he wants, can't he? Because he's Jose Mourinho. Okay. But I'm not sure what he's achieving by doing it.
We're going to talk about that a lot more in the next part, I think. But I thought it was really funny that Steve Holland adopted the Mourinho position. And you were saying to me earlier that, was it Dan saying, in the presser afterwards, Mourinho walked past and it was a penalty, which I thought was great. But anyway, what are you going to vote
for? Diego Costa.
Diego.
Jose, because I love him.
Which one? Going mental or
the presser. I just love him. He's brilliant.
There we go.
What are you going for?
I'm going to go for Mourinho giving the press a silent treatment because I think it generally has made me laugh.
We're nearly unanimous.
Sorry, Dad.
Can I just... Have we got enough time for me to say...
You've got about 30 seconds.
OK, somebody said exactly this to me. They said, why didn't they the press, never speak to them again? And this was from a guy I was speaking to... we had a good discussion, but he's in California somewhere. And I said, if Jose Mourinho never spoke to the press, you would never, ever hear from him. Are you happy with that? Because he's not going to phone you up at home.
Lovely. Do you know what, Dan? That's a brilliant way of putting it. And the bottom line is they can't have it both ways. They can't, kick him all the time, and then get cross because he doesn't speak. Because the man is box office. He is great copy. Just let him be Jose. Let Jose be Jose. Anyway, let the Chelsea Football Fancast be the Chelsea Football Fancast. After the break, he'll be talking more about Jose actually in the FA charge. We'll see you in a sec.